Welcome back, everyone, to All About Racing for the final pre-season race in Apex Performance Series before their season starts Thursday next week. We're here at Baku for one of two races tonight. Both races will be streamed, but in different ways. We're going to do the traditional way as usual. We're going to have an 18-minute qualifying. It's only going to be a 35% race. Is Dev goes straight on at the castle section. We'll just keep an eye on him for a minute. So 35% race coming up in a few minutes time after qualifying, of course, and that is 18 laps around the street circuit. Baku city circuit, of course, just over 6 kilometers in length, 3.73 miles in length, 18 laps to race around here, 20 turns, 8 to the left and 12 to the right. We've got a top speed here of around 345 kilometers an hour, which is around 220 miles an hour, with DRS open. The C3 hard, C4 mediums and C5 softs are the tyres for this evening, and we're going to have to use all three sets in the 35% race. It's the one and only pre-season event with the mandatory two-stop strategy, which we'll be using in a couple of events this year, and I'll gather which events. I believe it's only two, and I'm sorry if you can hear myself twice because I made a mistake and not turned myself down. Now we've got that done. We go down. And we'll find out which two they are. They're the two. Oh yeah, that's it. They're the two US races. So we got the COTA, or the United States Grand Prix, which is actually known in Texas, and then the Las Vegas Grand Prix as well, both having the mandatory two-stop strategy. Baku not on the calendar in Season 1. It will be in there in Season 2. We're doing a 12 and 12 split between the 24 race calendar. Bahrain up at the start of the season on Thursday, as I said, so keep an eye out for that one in just a few days' time. 14 minutes or just over on the clock as of right now. So interesting with the mandatory two-stop, just like in Monaco, but with a slight twist, having to use all three compounds. It's just going to make strategies a little different. Didn't really do my research right. I've calculated on 20 laps, not 18, because that's what I thought it would be on 35%, but I was wrong. Anyway, you're going to do around 7 laps on the mediums and the hards, there or thereabouts. A few less laps on the softs, maybe 4 or so, either at the start or the end, or you can pit on the first lap on whatever tyres, maybe hards, and then do medium soft for the rest of the stint. It just depends. Guess what? We've actually got my timing graph working today, which is lovely. And we have got Adam back as well, which is nice to see. He did leave the server the other day, but maybe he's going to join back. So just putting the last ones in. As Chungus Dungus as well, he's on a lap. I don't think he is on a lap, and it's the first time we've actually seen him in a league race, I believe. Well, we have done on stream anyway. I think pretty much every race, bar the one last week where I said I had some issues and had to go. So welcome to him. And if anyone's interested who's not in the league, who's watching along, we've actually been a bit busy today just getting the drivers' numbers sorted for the season opener. We're actually going to try and make it as authentic as possible, with getting everyone to have different numbers in different cars. Obviously not using the real life numbers because you can't, and just everyone having their own identity in the league as well. Should be nice. Delta just about to start a lap, 13th at the moment, but one of 4 that haven't set laps. There's Delirious will not be a driver setting a lap this evening. So 2 races tonight, Abu Dhabi next. So that's it. Again, short qualifying with a 25% race. So all in all, we're just going to do a little bit over a 50% race distance in total. But I said that was different. It's the one and only time this season that I'm going to be racing with the lads. So got the wheel semi ready to go. We're going to get it all set up afterwards. Got to do it downstairs when I'm racing, so the PlayStation's going to have to move. So there's going to be about a 20-minute break, but there will be a stream. I'll just be streaming my POV for that one. And we'll keep an eye what the man in 13th place gets up to here. Delta comes through that twisty middle part of the lap into turn 7 now, into that castle section. This the only place on the circuit where you are allowed to reset to track if you really can't get yourself turned around. One of the narrowest places on the entire calendar there. They had to get special dispensation when the track came in to fruition in 2016, when it was the European Grand Prix for the first year, even though Azerbaijan, I don't think geographically is in Europe. As Delta hits the wall on the outside there as he comes down the hill and finishes, cuts the timing beacon in sector 2, powers out of the final corner, and then gets set down this long old straight, which is just over 2 kilometres in length, 2.2 kilometres all the way down towards turn 1. One of the shortest runs to turn 1 from the pole position as well, just a couple of 100 metres from that pole position spot. As we go down towards turn 1 with Delta now, he goes 6th fastest, and Delirious now sitting in 13th, where he will be starting as your boy Dev comes out in the Scuderia. There will be, I'm going to get that done tomorrow, the highlight video from the previous race. I will just admit now, I'm doing this with a little bit of a hangover. Went out with some friends and one of the stewards in the league as well, so I'm going to blame him. He might catch up on the stream at some point, so I'm going to blame you for this one, because it was your suggestion. And it's ridiculously hot in the UK again today, and it's going to be the same again tomorrow, so I'm glad there's no commentating, no racing for me on Monday, because it's going to be sweltering. It's pretty hot out there on the track at the moment. 32 degrees track temp, 23 degrees air temperature. As we go into the pits with Pork and Jonathan Mooney, not yet settled up. The man that we are all here, the reason we're all here is because of this man, and I must say he's done a cracking job to get this all started, and hopefully we'll have a sizable grid for next week, and fingers crossed touch with a full grid if we can. And if anyone's watching that isn't racing, make sure to download that app as well. I'll tell you the name if you haven't done so already. It's the FGC app. It's the Formula Gaming Centre, I think. But yeah, get that downloaded. It just makes me and John's life so much easier when you're all in that, and we can get the standings done, and it all does it for us. We've just got to plug in the numbers, and it moves everyone around. It's brilliant. You'll all get to see all the stats. It's really well worth having the app. When I originally did a league 3-4 years ago now, God, I wish I had that. As Jonathan starts his lap, and as I said, it's a bit more of a casual affair this evening, only 13 drivers. It was a very last minute thing to race on a Sunday evening. It was mainly going to be Thursdays and Fridays for pre-season. May race on Fridays this season as well, just to take note. I think we'll sort of let you know beforehand, obviously, and I might make some posts on the socials about that. Jonathan Mooney now coming down into T3, driving in, it's like a cage, going at left-handed, right-handed 90-degree bends in this first part of the lap, cutting the first sector time. Personal best, not a session best though, for Jonathan Mooney in the 41 Sauber. I think he said he was taking the number 11, so that number needs to change before Thursday. 41 for... Oh, he hits the wall! And that it's caused him a bit of damage. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Enough time to get in and out again, but only enough time, I think, to get one lap in surely. Would have wrecked the lap anyway. Will be significantly down in his time as he watch around a 41, late 40s, early 41. He's a 41.9 in the middle sector, so well off the pace, and I don't think he's backed out actually, but let's see if he dives into the pit lane. Predictions, anyone, if you'd like, get in the comments, see who you think is going to win this evening. Of course, we've had some great battles so far. We haven't got Joe in this evening. Thunder, as you all know him, as Arise comes into the pits, and as I said, Adam back in the, I can say server. He's not in the server yet, but we'll see if we can get him back in. It'd be nice to get him back. I know everything can get a little bit hot-headed in racing, but just got to remember, I think people don't mean to do these things on purpose. So John did set the lap and it put him 7th, so I think that was a wise decision actually, so just ignore me. I don't know what I'm on about, but I will say this, gents, I know a few of them are listening to me. If I win tonight, which I won't, just so you know, but if I do, I'll never let any of you let this down, ever. So don't let me win. I won't win, but try not to let me in. But as I said in the Discord, if you don't let me win, you're all gone anyway. So, you know, I'm going to put you in a catch-22 situation anyway. John now, as he's watching him on his in-lap, he misses the castle section that time around. A lot of drivers still in the pits. Not looking good, Bev is just finished a lap here. And Football doing very well towards the top, along with Pork as well. Mancy out on an out. That was quite early. I thought some people might just take a slight little breather here. As JJ's decided to retire from the session, even though we had a little bit longer to go, maybe trying to save a set for the race. And so we've got to use all 3 compounds. If you don't, gents, warn you, just like it will be, and we will put this into place, you will be disqualified at the end of the race. I know there's no points up for grabs, but just to warn you, you will be disqualified if you don't do the 2 stops, and I will be checking. So let's make sure. And I just want to clarify with everyone as well, sometimes I'd rather just do it on stream. Apologies to anyone who's been a bit upset if I've sort of made comment about racing situations. I'll pull it back. I know I steward as well, so. But of course, at the time, I got to comment what I think at the time. My opinion may change when I look back at it, but obviously just commentation, I've got to react to what I see. So I honestly don't mean any offence to anyone. If you feel like I'm stepping the mark, just give me a DM, honestly. I'm not meaning any bad blood at all. So, as I said, it's just reacting at the time. And it's difficult. Got to tread a fine line if I'm going to steward as well. But I will be fair. I made the rules, so I got to stick to them. Just like everyone else, so. Obviously things might change as well, but apologies I heard from John that a couple of you may have just not been, I don't know, a bit disliked, annoyed, whatever it was. Apologies for anyone who was, I think it was from Silverstone. I said, I'll hold it in. But obviously I have to react to incidents at the time. So if I say something and then later on my opinion changes, it's because I've had time to review it and I've reacted in the moment. And of course we're not perfect, I might get things wrong, even in commentating. I do it all the time and I notice it and I don't change it sometimes, and it's like a commentator's ick. I hate it when I make mistakes, but it just is what it is. So 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock, and drivers starting to flow out of the pit lane and get their final laps in. Adam on a lap, a bit tail happy out of the final corner there, and out of turn 2, out the final corner. I said doing this with a hangover, so I do apologise. And he is backed out of the lap. Mancy on a lap, I believe he is. He's over half a second up on his previous attempt. This is looking like a pole position time, or a provisional pole time, if I've ever seen one. He comes through the S section onto that main straight, 2.2 kilometres down towards turn 1. Purple first, purple second. Is it going to be a purple third and a provisional pole for the time being? As Mansi crosses the line, it's a provisional pole and it's a 140.409. He lost out in the last sector by quite a bit, which makes me believe Pork has not got a lot of wing on that car. I wish we got a bit more of a visual representation in the game, but don't seem to have that just yet. It's just all those little things, isn't it, about EA, and those little things that make it a little bit more immersive for us. It's even if we just had 3 sort of wing configurations, like a low wing, medium, and then high, like a Monaco kind of style wing, just when you pulled the bar up and down of the setup. One other thing, setup, Abu Dhabi. If any of you want to give me one, please. I literally don't have any, so that'd be great. If any of you can help a friend, give me some suggestions after the race. Arise coming into turn 4 and powering out towards the end of sector 1. One thing I've noticed over the last couple of weeks of commentating is you see a nice bit of, I was going to say a nice bit of CO2 coming out the back of the cars, but you really do actually see it with the new game, and obviously with the updated graphics model, ditching old gen and now staying with the, I say new gen, next gen, it's current gen now really, isn't it? But it's made a big difference there. You can see it just again a little bit more immersive. The number 9 Red Bull cutting the timing beacon another half a second up on his time. Checker flag is now out. So, checkered flag is now out, and Arise looking on for a good spot here. Potentially, he's just done personal bests and goes onto the front row. And we've got a Williams around. Who is that? Mansi. And there's an almighty glitch going on here. Let's just hope no one gets in the way. I think the line is before it, is it not? Whoa. Heebie-jeebies. So, more drivers on that. So Red Bull getting out of the way there of Adam. Oh, have they had a bit of a coming together, have they? Not too sure about that. Irish Scouse invalidated. So, I think that's it. Mansi is on pole. He's facing the wrong way in the wall and could have caused a big accident for other people, but I think he's past the line. He should be, because he's got the checkered flag. Where is the line here? We've got some terrible angles. Anyway, Irish Scouser just about to cross the line. We'll see where the line is here, won't we? Mansi is on pole for the penultimate pre-season race. One more to go. I lied at the start, didn't I? By saying this is the last one. No, it's the penultimate one. So that is that. For some reason, it's not going. We might have to wait for the timer to click down. So I'll just do the rundown now if that's the case. Mansi on pole, Pork in second, Arise third, Football in fourth, Adam in fifth. Sixth is Chungus Dungus. Not looking good, Bev is seventh. Dev is 8th, 9th is Jonathan Mooney, 10th is Delta, Irish Scouse 11th, 12th is Marco Rosso, and Delirious starting 13th and last for this penultimate pre-season race of the season. That does make sense, pre-season race of the season, yeah, it does make sense. And we'll get underway for the 35% race, which equals 18 laps around this place. Back in a minute. So while we wait, there might be a slight wait here obviously with drivers just picking their two-stop strategies. Jonathan usually gets us underway, and that's kind of the rules here. Of course, we got F1 Power Grid back on Tuesday as well. Hopefully, I'm going to get all the graphics. I'm going to have a busy day tomorrow and Tuesday, trying to get that all up and ready and prepared for the start of the season. So, F1 Power Grid first on Tuesday. Apex Performance Series on a Thursday. That's all we got at the moment. We thought we might have 3 days, but it hasn't seemed to have worked out. 2 days for the minute. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Nice midweek racing. Keep an eye on the race director, shall we? And see what driver's going on to. Hard mainly at first for most. And then Mansi and Port going on to the soft. I think there's going to be a lot of drivers pitting on the first lap. There could be carnage in the pits. Could be carnage. Of course, drivers, remember, pit assist is off. We've got better. It's definitely improved from the first race that I saw. And yeah, no one pressed start, as Irish is saying in the Discord. Got that up as well. I should be overstimulated by how many screens I've got on the go. Make sure you keep liking and subscribing to the videos and the channel as we get ready to get underway for the formation lap. Mega weaving from Mansi there as he gets off the line. Have a look at these tyres then. There is a nice rainbow of tyre colours there, isn't there? Top 5 on the softs, mediums for Chungus Dungus. As we're waiting for the Sauber of Jonathan. Oh, what has happened? This might be a restart. This could be a restart. Just give me a second. It seems like we had someone leave. Let me just double check if we're having a restart or not. Okay, looks like we're all good. Hopefully we'll get... One second, guys. I'm not 100% sure if we're restarting or not. But I think we might be getting underway. I think Delios is not here right now. 5 red lights. Mansi on pole. Pork alongside him. And foot's flat to the floor here in Baku as Mansi comes across aggressively there, and Pork takes the lead as Jonathan is out of the session. And I think we may have a restart here. I have no idea. No idea what happened there at all. We're having a restart. We'll just pause for a minute. It's the only time you can ever see drivers actually taking themselves out in Apex Performance Series. Wow, how is he not out? That's quite incredible. I'm just going to check something. Sorry, simulation settings. That'll be what it is. Should be. Okay, restart. Hopefully my app still works, please. We'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to go into pause and we'll come back for a grid restart. Thank you very much for waiting. Bear with me 1 second. So, as I said, 18 laps to run. We've got the grid formed as it was before, with Mansi on pole, wasn't it? It was, I think. Yeah, Mansi on pole, Pork in second, Arise fourth, fifth is Football. Oh, sorry, Arise third, fourth is Football, Adam fifth, sixth is Chungus Dungus, seventh, not looking good, Bev. Your boy Dev in 8th. 9th is Jonathan. Delta is 10th. 11th, Irish Scouser. 12th, Marco. And 13th is Delirious. I'll say it again. I'm sure you haven't forgotten. Two-stop strategy for this race, using all 3 compounds of tyres. Let's hope everyone get themselves underway this time. Perfectly set, which they have. And God, Mansi's got to be careful with the weaving. And to be fair, Arise somehow has got himself into second place. No idea why. Oh, and he's left again. I don't think we can do another restart for him, unfortunately. So he'll have to just try and get himself back in at some point. And hopefully he will be able to get himself back into the session. So 13 for this one, so it's going to be a POV for the next one, my POV, and there'll be 15 for that one. We've got another driver turning up as well. Oh. Is anyone else drinking last night? A couple of mistakes on formation lap at the moment. Coming down to turn 14 for the lead group. There's going to be a bit of a gap to the back. It's bear with me just before we get started. So we're just waiting for Del Russ, but I think he's not in the car. And as I said, we've got 13 drivers all lined up. Mansi on pole, Pork alongside him, 5 red lights, and foot flat to the floor here in Baku. And Pork this time gets a very decent launch and gets alongside him again, but Mansi now takes the lead still into turn 1, going down towards turn 2, a couple of 100 metres till that corner as we all... Oh, Adam! I don't think that move was on, not by what I could see there. Could be wrong. As we go down towards turn 3, no DRS until the second lap. Of course, it goes Shungus and Adam up the inside of Football. As Del Russ says he's missed this one. And there's no way you can get back in. I can't add you in. You might have to. Everyone might have to try and add me on EA in this next week, because I can get people back in, but only if you're obviously a friend. Unless you want to, if you want to doubt, add me. It's literally the same as my Discord. Brynn is on comms. It's the on is the 0 for the O, and then a 5 for the S. If you want to add me, I think, and just let me know in the comments, I think I can get you in, because I think I can add you from in here, or accept your request. So we'll try that, because you're actually still in the running right now. No problem, mate. If you're still in the running, by all means, get yourself back in, because you're right there with some of them. Your AI car, anyway. Going on to lap 2 of 18, and Muncie hitting the wall there going down the straight. DRS enabled and will be available just around this left-hander. Arise struggling there for grip out of the corner, and DRS available for Pork as he closes in on this back straight. So halfway through this second lap, and Scout are getting a move done at turn 7. Not very often you see a move there. Single file, of course, through the castle section. You're going to see a move into turn 15. Surely not. Scout are going to go for it. No, he isn't. Stays where he is. Sensible calling. Oh my days, Dev. Outbraking himself massively has caused a safety car to come out. Now, that's very interesting, isn't it? Because everyone is going to get that one set off that they need to get off, and basically make this a one-stop strategy. I guarantee every single driver is going to come into the pit lane on this mandatory 2-stop 3 compound regulatory race. And they all come in and sort of effectively make this now a one-stop race. This has worked out beautifully for them. A bit disappointed because it wasn't the way I thought it would be. And what is Jonathan doing? He's forgotten, hasn't he? He's forgotten. And now he's not even going to come out in the lead. And I think he knew by the rules he couldn't go into the pits after the safety car line. Comes out in third. Has still got to stop. Dauter also has not stopped either, and will have to do 2 stops even with this safety car in play. That has gone tragically wrong for the pair of them, unless there's another VSC or another safety car or VSC that comes out a bit later on in the race. And I don't think we've been seeing the safety car actual graphic come up. It's always been a yellow flag up till now. So a lot of drivers chuffed about that, all gone either to the hard or the mediums. This is one of the reasons why... Whoa, what's going on here, gents? Okay. As I was saying, this is one of the reasons why I wanted this format. It was my idea, this format, to put it into place. Well, to tell you the truth, I've stolen it from another league, because I commentated on them about a year ago, and it just seemed to work really well. They had a bit more than 2 races. I think they did about a 10 race calendar, and about 3 or 4 of them with the mandatory 2-stop 3 compound, and it just made some excellent racing. So I thought I'd chuck a couple of them. If it works well, we'll put some more in. Obviously a bit like sprints, there'll only be a few. Obviously it won't take over the whole season, but just adds another dynamic, especially in league racing, especially on the 35% race like this, where we're actually only going to see one 35% race in the whole season, and that's Monaco, where we have another different format with the full qualifying for that race weekend. and then the 35% race, which I think was about 27 laps for that one. We'll have one more lap under the safety car, but yeah, just to throw some different elements in. And I mean, obviously John and Delta have really struck unlucky here, but that's kind of why I wanted this format as well, because it's a little bit more to think about when you're racing, and it can bring a little bit more entertainment. Obviously they've still got to do one more stop, so there's still that entertainment factor, because of course they would have done their mandatory one stop, and most drivers now would have been going all the way to the very end, but no, they're going to have to pit again. So again, makes it that little bit more interesting, and hopefully we'll see some really good strategy play as well. Everyone weaving, getting tyres up to the temperature. And Delirious, are you back from your Wi-Fi being, I'm assuming you reset it. If you are back, add me, mate. I'll ask again in a second, because your safety car means you're well in the game at the minute. So we should get back racing after this safety car lap. I would imagine. And what I'm most going to do, I think most going on to the hards to go to the softs. We'll have a quick look at that on the race director quickly, because it's one of the best places to see it. So, right. Oh, we've got 3 that haven't pit. Marco as well. Didn't notice that. 3 have not pit. Sorry, that's the wrong button. And I think the 2 drivers that started on the mediums, this could go extremely well for them at the end, because they're going to go to the softs at the end. And it's a very good strategy. I mean, even, as well as not looking good, yeah, they're going to have to go on the softs at the end as well. And that's the other thing about this. It's more unpredictable. Safety car in this lap. It's more unpredictable, but it's also more predictable, because you know they're going to have to go on another set. If you're around someone for the whole race, you know what their last set's going to be. So again, it's like a double dynamic. I said, it's just super interesting. Right, safety car in this lap. Pork dictates the pace, has to maintain speed, of course, and then gets going and catches a few of them out. I think Jonathan was a bit caught out there by that safety car restart. Can't overtake until the line, of course, so there's going to have to be a bit of toing and froing, I think, with the throttle pedal as we go down into turn 1. Big battle ensuing here with overtaking. Oh no! Who was that? That was Marco, who's gone wide and taken on. And there's another safety car. Oh my days. What is safety car setting on? I think we need to have it on reduced potentially. Marco, no front wing at all. Safety car out again. The drivers just need to be a little less aggressive, I think, as well at turn 1 restarts. Had a lot of front wings come off, especially in street races. So not many street races in season 1, so maybe that's a bit of a blessing. Safety car again. Apologies for this. Get talking in the chat, guys, who are not watching. Help me out a little bit here. Giving Jonathan, I say a lifeline. Are all the other guys going to pit again and go to the end? They can't, actually. A lot of them won't be able to do softs to the end, so... That's a bit of an odd dynamic here, isn't it? Have we got safety car? Sorry, I don't think we do we? Have I just got a... Fabulous. Ignore that. We're not under safety car. I just read that and then didn't take anything of it. Hopefully it'll go away. There isn't a safety car. We are still racing at full racing speed. I thought they were all going a little quick. And Jonathan lost a lot of time as well. And I said he has to pit on the hards, Jonathan. Probably going to do around 5 laps or so on those hard tyres. 5 or 6 maybe. And then pit again. DRS enabled. Come on, go away, safety car logo. Usually that would do the trick. Marco into the pits, hadn't pit yet, so this was one of his 2. that he has to do regardless anyway. So what tyres are going on? Mediums. Dev on the attack out of turn 4 into the chicane of 5 and 6 into that castle section we go again, and Dev getting close to the wall, and he took a huge amount of curb on the inside at turn 6. Lap 6 of 18. Safety car is not out. Ignore that. Classic EA glitches. Everyone's saying this game's a lot better though. I've done one race. Going to be my second in a minute. Didn't race 24 once. I just heard it was terrible. Then I just had no interest, so I didn't. So I can't really compare. But a lot of people raving about 25. Will EA keep the contract for next year? Will we have another game after next year? I hope so. I really do, because it's been a great franchise, and let's hope they keep the contract with F1 into next year. Right, about to go on to lap 7, and Pork is just starting to get away, and Jonathan just starting to fall back quite drastically here, with Adam right on his gearbox. And here comes Jonathan into the pits. No, and maybe a little slight dummy there as he weaves from one side to the other, which you're allowed to do, and not multiple weaving sessions as Adam goes up the inside. And then look at that from football, another move, and Jonathan losing 2 places in one corner, and a rise as well. This is all going horribly wrong for the Irishman as he comes out of turn 2. Down into turn 3 we go. Battle on for Adam, football and a rise. The Haas car and a Red Bull sandwich as it stands. And I think Jonathan's just going to fall further and further back. Needs to go into the pits to get one of his 2 tyre changes done. And even with these small amount of laps, obviously the tyre deg is going to be big on a 35% race distance. Obviously it's just going to drop off a cliff and not have much grip for very, very long at all. That's a new camera angle. Like that one. Again, no more than a 2 in broadcast mode, which is such a shame again. Don't give us anything to us commentators, do they? Nothing good, nothing decent. No qualifying tabs at the bottom for drivers like you do in real life. I'd love something like that as well. Just be able to keep track of drivers would be just so much easier. Down the 2.2 kilometres straight we go. Adam in 3rd, followed by football, who will have DRS, and a rise as well as Jonathan really needs to pit. Why is he not? Is he just, I think he's going, he might be going for something a little different here now. Is he going to do like a pit stop on the last lap, maybe? On the, sorry, second to last lap. Can't do it on the... No, you can't do it on the last lap. Push on. Oh, here we go. I heard a bit of contact. Didn't see it, but positions have now changed. Football up into 3rd, but a moment as Adam takes it straight back again. And then a little switcheroo up and under from the Haas car to try and go on the attack again. Door slammed shut by Adam there as we go into turn 4. Not really a place where you can go for overtakes, of course. Around 5 and 6 into that castle section once again, and Jonathan now back into the picture after a few collisions. The driver struggling to get past Dell here. We're going to have a quick look. What is the simulation on for the AI? Or can we not see that? Potentially we can't see that. Lap 8 of 18, going to be lap 9 now. Halfway through this 35% race. It's a nice little race here. think this will be a very good race distance around Monaco, because you do see a lot of fatigue and a lot of drivers actually crashing out as Chungus comes into the pits for his, as we're gonna keep the stops up. Front wing change. So this was, got a long way to go on those softs. So 2 stops for Chungus. He is the only one that can now see the checkered flag legally. But a long way to go on those softs. A long, long, long way. He's going to have to nurse those to the end. Jonathan still yet to pit. What is going on in this man's head? I'd love to know. My guess is he's going to pit in a couple of laps. My guess for the mediums, and pit on the final lap for the softs. Try and maybe take the fastest lap. At the moment, Pork has the fastest lap. We don't even get that in the game, do we? Just a little purple icon. Remember, everyone in the Apex Performance Series will be entitled to that fastest lap point. Even if you're outside the top 10, it's only points for the top 10 at finish, but there's that one golden point for outside the top 10 if you can get it. So we're hoping that potentially can get some sort of qualifying style finishes at the back. It's just maybe obviously try and get that extra point, but obviously we might not get that because you think about safety cars and those kind of things. Whoa, tyre screech, or was that just a little touch of the wall? Is safety car deployed? Safety car deployed for real this time. And what was that for? What's John done? Has John done anything here, or what is happening for the safety car? Jonathan's coming, Irish Scouser is coming as well. Everyone's gonna... This is a bit of a dilemma for some, isn't it? Some have got to go on to the softs to the end. Will the soft last till the very end? We're going to have to do a little bit of housekeeping here, making sure everyone's keeping to the rules, as Irish Scouser has not. He's going to have to pit again, otherwise disqualified from the race. So let's see what he does. That could have been just a big mistake from him not to go on to the soft tyre. Of course, if he pits now and goes on to the softs, of course, absolutely fine. He's had to do the extra stop he shouldn't have done, but at least he will get to the finish. But medium, hard, medium, not the right strategy. I think everyone else is... I wouldn't think Scouse has done this on purpose by any means at all, but of course I think that's more than likely a mistake or a genius master plan. We'll see. The top 5, as you can see here on your screen, all going to go to the mediums, all of them doing the same strategy. This is a perfect time for the mediums. I think the safety cars come out beautifully for them. 6th and 7th to go to the softs for their final stint. Touch and go, as I said, along with people like Chungus who pit a couple of laps ago. The Northern Irishman taking a big risk there with the soft tyre for how long he's got to run them for, and Marco as well. Just gone on to the softs. Chungus on only 1 lap, to be fair. And the safety car going to help him massively with this. Medium tyres for the top 5 would be my guess, all coming in. Just a bit of a shame. The safety cars have kind of ruined the strategy play. It's all sort of been done around the safety car, but it still makes it interesting. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think it's at its full potential when safety cars come out like this. We've got one permanent track for the 2-stop strategy format. As I said, COTA, and then the other US race, Las Vegas, is the other one. So we've got a street and a permanent circuit for the 2-stop strategy, which I didn't intend to do, but I think that's quite good. We've got a varied mix between the 2 styles of track. Irish Scouts have stayed out. I really hope he doesn't go to the end. I'd be really gutted if he did. Soft tyres for Jonathan Mooney. And what's this man done? He's done his 3 stops and come out in 11th. and then gone straight on. Oh no. No, 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 no. Can't reset, John. Got to get that turn round. Go on, give it a flip. Big burst of power. Oh. It's a bit delayed on the stream, that's the problem. Big bit of power, John. Oh no, he's taking the front wing off. Oh my god. He's taking the front wing off. Oh no. Disaster, disaster. Baku, it's been a disaster. I feel like we've got a bit of a phobia to street tracks in Apex at the minute. Disaster for John. Oh, is everyone going to hate on me for this format? We'll give it a go for one season. It may not work, but, you know, we'll give it a go. I said it worked in other leagues. It's worked beautifully. There's some races where it can be a bit like this and it gets a bit confusing, but when it works well, it works well. And it's such a good format to watch. And for me as well, like it's just working out what everyone's going to do. Just gives that little bit extra depth to the race. Just a shame that half the race so far has been under the safety car. And here comes Scouse into the pits, onto the softs to correct the mistake made. And he's going to come out in 11th. So not terrible. Top 5 done the exact same strategy. We've got some on the softs around them as well. And that's the thing. Oh, still got... Oh, of course, Dell will just be taken out of the race. We'll see if we can get Dell back in, actually, just to try, because I don't want his car to influence the race here. So, safety car in. I was really trying to get... And we get racing again. Safety car logo is still up. Hopefully that will go. As we've got carnage again, gents. Come on, man. Come on. We've got to be a bit more fair. We've got to be a bit more fair. It's Delarios's car as well. I don't know if that was anyone's fault, actually. I'll take that back. I think, oh, this has just been awful. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Just got to be a bit more respectful, I think, into turn one situations. I think people like to get a little bit greedy sometimes. Delirious. I keep saying Delirious. I don't know why I keep doing it. I'm dyslexic as well, so I will say that. Delirious. We're going to have to, I think we're going to have to put a thing in place where we're going to have to get people back in to retire their cars, because we don't want ghosting on, because I quite like the jeopardy of it. but I have a horrible feeling that AI car has caused a lot of that problem. So I do take back saying it was stupid, because it did look stupid. I'm just trying to be a bit more conscious about what I say. But I have a horrible feeling the Mercedes was the issue there. Well, for some reason, I think we're struggling with street races as well, just in general, because we struggled at Miami. So I think we just got to make a conscious effort just to give a little bit more space, I think. Don't think it'll be any more than this lap. We're down to 11. So, apologies for the sort of lack of enthusiasm from me a little bit. I said, hungover, it's hot, and we've had a lot of time under safety cars. So I think it'll be safety car at the end of this lap. We'll just double check everyone has done every time. They certainly have. Everyone's done a bit of everything today. Bloomin' hell, football. How many soft tyres have you used today, my friend? Almost a season's worth in this one race. Hopefully it'll be safety car at the end. Gents, I know a few of you listening. Let's just be a little bit easier into turn one. I know that wasn't all your guys' fault because of the AI'd Mercedes. I'm sure had a big part to play in the last one. Let's try and get the last 3 laps in. So 3 laps to go when we cross the line. 11 drivers remain. All pit stops have been done. Oh, gents. Come on, lads. And I think Scouse might have to give that place back. He certainly will, because he definitely overtook him too early. Oh, had a better turn one that time around. That one was lovely. 16 of 18, 3 laps to go as we go into T2. And again, the exact same issue. Drivers just being over eager at trying to get some overtakes done. We need to keep it a bit more cool into these first laps, but these opening laps after safety cars. Put turn ones, lap ones. Just be a bit calmer. And it's no safety car again, is it? No. No, because of course you see it at the top. 2.5 laps to go. Ooh, tight through there, isn't it, Muncie? Being able to just keep it in line, but going wide through. The next part of the racetrack. And finally got the safety car logo gone. That's nice to see. Going to have 3 more doses of DRS down the start finish, which is coming up in a few hundred meters time. Cool. Not looking good there. Getting past, and again, why are we going 3 into turn 2? That is never, ever going to work. Max, again, drivers getting so aggressive with each other, wheel banging. I feel like we're watching Formula 1 for the 1970s, almost. A big slide out the corner there from Pork as well. Riding the side of the driver's eye. I think both of them knocked the wall there. It's another little thing that sometimes I think even I get into the habit of doing, is just watching the car in front and not actually watching where you're driving, because of course when they make a mistake you just sort of follow them and do the same thing. It's a very weird thing, and it's easy to sort of get distracted and to do it as well, and it took me a long time to learn not to do it. I said first league race last week for 2 and a bit years, and yeah, after about 3 laps I found myself doing it. Just start to try and get myself out of it. Is Mansi sticks to the right hand wall, then goes to the inside, and then that was a far too late move. Amazing reactions from Port. Mansi gets the DRS open. This is going to get super aggressive with these two. Last lap. Is Mansi going to try and stay there? No, he isn't. Dives up the inside. Oh, has he gone way too fast, way too deep? What on earth was he doing there? He's out. And that was just, again, people being too eager. Patience is key sometimes. Patience is key. And as Martin Brundle would say, And I know Dev's listening. That was a day late and $1 short. That certainly was. He just kamikazed into turn 3. So, we could have had a very exciting last lap battle, but Mansi decided he didn't want to fight to the end. Pork takes the penultimate win of pre-season and wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Adam, on his return, finishes on the podium. Chungus Dungus finishes in 3rd. 4th, just behind him, was Football. Mooney 5th, Delta 6th, 7th, not looking good, Bev. 8th is Irish Scouse, and 9th will be Marco. As I said, going to be racing, so as soon as he crosses the line, I'm getting off. And that's it. Pork, Adam, Chungus on the podium. Football, Mooney, Delta, not looking good. Scouse, Marco, Mansi, Arise, Dev, and that is it. Delirious did not partake in the race. We'll be back in about 20-25 minutes time for another race of my POV. See you then.